Good. All right, a couple good days of practice, okay, and pads, really good energy. I thought the guys looked really, really fresh yesterday. We looked at the film and everything. So, we had to clean up some execution things from yesterday, but that's to be expected with a little bit of time off. But I thought I had great energy again today. They're excited for this weekend. It's a tough game. It's a very, very good opponent, but the guys are really excited about the matchup. So, should be a good one on Saturday.
Is it unique at all that both you guys and Houston are coming off a bye in terms of maybe having that extra time to prepare, maybe having a chance to throw in some new wrinkles?
Well, I mean, it doesn't happen very often where you both have a bye, but it doesn't really give anybody an advantage. They're probably going to have something new for us, and we'll probably have something new for them. But it's I think we should both be fresh. I mean, it should be a pretty energetic ball game. It's been a couple of weeks since either one of us played.
All things being equal, how well do you think he's kind of matches up with Houston?
Well, I mean, I think they're older. They got more experience, obviously. So, they have their strengths and we have our strengths. And, I think that, our guys are pretty excited because, playing a 5-1 team that's, one of the better teams in our conference, and they're on a 5-game winning streak. And so I think our guys are just excited for the matchup, excited for the challenge.
How do you find energy coming off of a bye week to go on the road?
I mean, they haven't played in 2 weeks. I mean, you work year round for these 12 opportunities, and you didn't have one last week, and obviously we're disappointed coming off the UCF loss, but the guys were also encouraged by the fact that we've had some really great moments in the first half of the season. We feel like we're getting better every week, and it's a big ball game for us. I just think there's a lot of energy around the locker room right now.
Bruce gets a chance to go back play at home. Do you get the sense this is a pretty big game, important game for him?
Yeah, I think for all of our Texas guys it is. Ryan Stubblefield, Bruce Bivens, Audie Amatosho, and Jacoby Simpson. Those 4 guys are all from that area, and so they're all excited about it. I think the older guys, Audie and Bruce, I mean, this is the last season they're going to have playing college ball, and so last opportunity to play in front of a lot of family and stuff. So I think probably for those two, it's even more important.
How would you kind of articulate the sense of urgency overall this week, coming into this week, a really big game against Houston?
It's the biggest game we've got this week. So I think the sense of urgency is the way it should be. It's the same. It should be the same every week because every game counts the same, and every week's a big week. But this week, this is the biggest game we got. So there's a lot of excitement about it.
Today in practice, Coach Shank in the beginning got a little fired up.
Yeah.
It was nice to see the old man get going a little bit.
I'll tell him you said that.
What is the urgency on the O-line right now?
Well, I mean, I thought the O-line practiced really well yesterday and today, and he wasn't fired up at the O-line. He was fired up at the scout team defense because they weren't fitting everything right. We're trying to give Houston on 4-down defenses. There's 2 different ways that people fit things at the linebacker level, and Houston does things a certain way, and our scouts we're not giving the right look, and so you got a little enthusiastic about correcting them.
What do you think the things are that you kind of better do to be successful against a team like Houston?
Well, I think things we can do better to be successful, period, really is offensively execution. I think we've got to play aggressive. We've got to play with a lot of energy. We've got to execute at a high level. If we do those 3 things on offense, then we're going to play pretty well. And we're playing against a very good defense, so we'll have to play well. I think defensively, it's continuing to build on how we've been playing. We focused on trying to eliminate the mistakes of giving up some big plays, but our guys have been extremely aggressive. We've been very, very physical, and that's the big things I've focused on this week is physicality, effort, playing with a lot of energy, focusing on the team. I don't know if you see that, focusing on the team. What do I have to do for the team? That's been a big point of focus this week because coming off a bye week, and then you've had some time away, and you've kind of been away from the coaches a little bit, and you can get caught up in the me monster a little bit, and so you got to get yourself focused back in on the team and the success of the group as a whole.
6 games in 6 weeks and then finally a week off.
Yep.
Do they look a little more fresh out there?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was when we flipped on the film from yesterday's practice, it was noticeable. I mean, just the thing I noticed just how much faster we were playing on defense. I mean, it was just like balls snapped and it's just, taking off. It's just swarm, and that's what I hope I see on Saturday. If we can see that on Saturday on both fronts, offensive front and defensive front, linebacker level, triggering, playing downhill, and really getting off the ball on offense. And if you see that on Saturday, then we're going to play well. And I'm sure Houston's doing the same thing. I mean, they had time off too. We were down in Atlanta recruiting, and I ran into one of their players that was home for the weekend. He was there visiting his high school coach, so they've had some time off also.